Hello, I'd like to tell you about the strangest secret in the world. Some years ago, the Nobel Prize-winning Dr. Albert Schweitzer was being interviewed in London, and a reporter asked him, "Doctor, what's wrong with men today?" The great doctor was silent a moment, and then he said, "Men simply don't think." It's about this that I want to talk with you. We live today in a titanium age. This is an era that humanity has looked forward to, dreamed of, and worked toward for so many years. Now that it's here, we pretty well take it for granted. In the USA, as in some other countries, many are particularly fortunate to live in the richest lands that ever existed on the face of the earth. Lands of abundant opportunity. But do you know what happens? Let's take 100 individuals who start even at the age of 20. Do you have any idea what will happen to those women and men by the time they're 35? These 100 people who all start even in their 20s believe they're going to be successful. If you ask any one of them if they wanted to be a success, they'll tell you they did. You'd notice they are eager toward life. There's a certain sparkle in their eye and an erectness in their carriage. Life seems like a pretty interesting adventure to them. But by the time they're 65, only one will be rich, 4 will be financially independent, 5 will still be working, and 54 will be broke. Now think a moment. Only 5 out of 100 make the grade. Why do so many fail to achieve the opportunities they envisioned for themselves? What has happened to the sparkle that was there when they were 20? What has become of the dreams, the hopes, the plans? And why is there such a disparity between what these people intended to do and what they actually accomplish? When we say about 5% achieve success, we have to define success. And here is my definition. Success is the progressive realization of a worthy ideal. If a person is working toward a predetermined goal and knows where they're going, that person is a success. If they're not doing that, simply put, they're a failure. Success is the progressive realization of a worthy ideal. Rollo May, a distinguished psychiatrist, wrote a wonderful book called Man's Search for Himself. And in this book, he says the opposite of courage in our society is not cowardice, it is conformity. And there you have the trouble today. It's conformity. People acting like everyone else without knowing why or where they are going. This applies to all of us, no matter our gender identity. Now think of it. In the USA right now, there are over 47 million people 65 years of age or older, and most of them are broke. They are dependent on someone else for life's necessities. In many other first world countries, this rings just as true within a close range of percentages. Today, we learn to read by the time we're 4 or 7 years of age. We learn to make a living by the time we're in our 20s. Often by that time, we're not only making a living, we're supporting a family. And yet, by the time we're 65, we haven't learned how to become financially independent in the richest lands that have ever been known. Why? We conform. The trouble is that most of us are acting like the wrong percentage group, the 95% who don't succeed. Why do these people conform? Well, they really don't know. Most people believe that their lives are shaped by circumstances, by things that happen to them by exterior forces. They are outer-directed people. A survey was made one time that covered a lot of people, working people. These people were asked this question: why do you work? Why do you get up in the morning? 19 out of 20 had no idea. When asked, the common answer was, everyone goes to work in the morning. And that's the reason they did it, because everyone else was doing it. Now let's get back to our definition of success. Who succeeds? The only person who succeeds is the person who is progressively realizing a worthy ideal. It is the person who says, I'm going to become this, and then begins to work toward this goal. I'll tell you who the successful people are. A success is a school teacher who is teaching school because that's what she or he wants to do. A success is the person who starts their own business because that was their dream. A success is a person who runs the corner gas station because that was their dream. That's what they wanted to do. A success is a successful salesperson who wants to become a top-notch salesperson and grow and build within her or his organization. A success is anyone who is doing deliberately a predetermined job because that's what she or he decided to do. deliberately. But only 1 out of 20 does that. That's why today there isn't really any competition unless we make it for ourselves. Instead of competing, all we have to do is create.